rainy day today, so I guess we'll have to make do with that chiseled face.
What do you think about KT's new jackets?
Definitely not as good as the SKT ones, I'll say that much.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
They look like raincoats. They could actually just be raincoats.
They actually could be. It could be right.
You know, it could be raining tonight.
Yeah.
It's raining a little bit already, so let's put our raincoats on
That
today.
is the weather report for tonight and tomorrow. It's going to be raining a bit.
I didn't bring an umbrella, Valdez.
Neither did I.
I made a huge mistake today.
I do have a hat, though.
I didn't even have a hat. I just have this beautiful mane of hair.
Yeah, that should protect you, no?
I don't want to get it all wet from the smoggy rain either.
Oh, yeah,
I could,
the acid rain
I'll
gets
just
into your
lose
scalp.
my hair. I become bald in like a week.
For round 4, we get bald Moonglade, bald Glade.
Yeah, BG, man. SOS. versus Zest 5-7, including unofficial, which means probably ladder games. So let's not even look at that.
It's probably like League of Legends 1-on-1 or something. Includes unofficial.
Yeah, it's like
what does that actually mean?
It could be, but Zest, he has been very tricky in recent times. Very excited to see what he's got planned for someone like Zest.
PvP's been fun these days, you know? Some people don't like it. I choose to love it. Me and Artos just love this matchup. It's a lot of fun.
You might be the only one, Valdez.
There's a lot of sneaky things you can do, and I'm a sneaky-beaky kind of boy, Moonglade.
You are, Valdez. You are.
We're going to jump into game number 2 right now, guys. Both players in the lobby ready to go for Vaani Research Station. Game number 2 right now. Up here in the north, in the red, our Protoss player from KT Rolster, the Chisel Toss, it is Zest.
Down here at the 6, got his opponent. He is SOS, the Trickster Toss.
Yeah. This guy kind of reminds me, like, if he was playing an MMORPG, he'd be a rogue, you know?
Yeah, I could see that.
Really sneaky, slips things in when you're not looking.
What?
Stabs you in the back.
Okay, that's better, Valdez.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
My goodness.
One thing we actually forgot to mention, a lot of proxy gates happening these days in PvP. We actually saw Parting versus Myungshik over at the GSL. Me and you were casting that one, Moonglade.
Oh, that's right.
We had double proxy gate.
Oh, that was fantastic. You know, I hope every PvP was like that, to be honest. Oh, big fan for KT Rolster here.
That's GG, girl.
She isn't paid to be there or anything.
No. Just a straight up fan.
Just a big fan. Nothing from both. No proxies this time around, Valdez. You're going to just see a simple opening from both players.
Zest is going for a bit of a faster gate. Not a 10 gate, but an 11 gate.
Just a little bit earlier than we do see from SOS.
Zest taking a drink from his water mid-game. Zest was predicted 63 to 37.
Okay.
By the fans here in the studio. And maybe the fans watching as well.
That's a pretty good bet, I have to say. Zest should
Is that
be
because
favored.
you made that prediction, Moonglade?
Maybe, but it's also when you look at these two players, like who's the stronger player in general? I'd have to say it would be Zest. He's just so well-rounded. His muscles are toned. And
so he wouldn't be very well-rounded. He's actually very chiseled.
That's true, actually.
Like a statue.
Well, if we talk about the game, like he's also he's so macro-oriented, and SOS hasn't really had that much success when it comes to the big macro games. He's always been the guy that's trying stuff like this with putting a probe out in the map, dropping like a proxy Stargate or a proxy DT Shrine. Yeah.
That was the least excited I've ever heard.
Exactly.
Moonglade, you can do better.
No.
We got this Cybernetics score finishing up here for Zest. Let's see what he goes for. Stargate lining up pretty nicely here.
Okay.
Going to be very fast. It's in the main.
It's going to be slightly faster. We'll see what SOS might want to do. He might want to try and shoot out this probe before it throws down anything. Yeah, he's going to get that Mothership Core for starters.
Wouldn't be surprised if he just goes straight, killing that scout, going to Twilight, maybe put up some blank.
I think that might be a safer choice at this point as well.
Yeah.
Investing in all that early on. Not really getting his tech that he wanted if he wanted one. As we say that, though, Stargate goes down. Much lighter Stargate. this would definitely be an advantage for Zest. He's going to get in there, probably with an Oracle, do some damage, scout the Stargate, and be able to go into Phoenix from there, or some sort of other transition, maybe into Blink Stalkers. And there it is, the Oracle on the map.
It looked like Zest had a Stalker making that he canceled it and then he remade it a little bit later. The Reservo was pointing that out to us. Just a pretty interesting little thing going on with the builds.
Yeah.
You guys are curious. I'm very curious to see what SOS does. I guess he'll just go for Phoenix. Yeah.
Okay, so just blind Phoenix from here. Not a bad choice either.
Well, he did get the probe into the main and he saw that Stargate.
Oh, yeah,
so.
he just saw it building, so he knows exactly what's up. So nice counter build. He's going to have that Phoenix out well before this Oracle gets to the base as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to force Zest to probably just commit that Oracle to killing probes. And then that transition. Both players going for their early expansions in this map. Pocket Natural means pretty safe expand. And you really need to use your main. Oh.
Mothership Core a little bit out of position to get down the Photon Overcharge. So this probe, this Oracle is getting so much damage. 4 kills, and these probes are not mining for so long.
They went to the middle of nowhere. They actually lost so much mining time because of that. So a little bit of a mistake from SOS.
That Oracle was well worth it, man.
Yeah, that was definitely a value Oracle. And now it's going to force Zest to go into, once he's scouted the Phoenix, it's like, okay, time to go Phoenix myself. So we might see a pretty juicy Phoenix War, finally. I do miss those as well. Oh, look at that.
Oh, my God.
They're in range, so it looks like Zest is going to be getting the first kill with the Phoenix. Photon Overcharge helping out a lot with that one.
A little bit reckless from SOS to just go in there. I guess he just wanted a scout, but he gets punished for it.
Yeah. And a small worker lead for Zest because of that Oracle as well. So Zest is looking fantastic in this game so far.
Yeah, definitely ahead in this game. We did see the Nexus come up slightly ahead for SOS, but it's pretty negligible.
Yeah.
Let's see what the follow-up for both these players are. It seems like both of them just continuing to make a lot of Phoenix. Zest getting that 1 kill on the Phoenix, although he was making 1 behind, so I think it should be equal. Can you check those units for me?
3-2 currently. Zest in a small lead of Phoenixes. Okay. But look at this, the second one being added to Zest. It's going to be quite ahead when it comes to production of these Phoenixes in due time. And soon I'm sure we'll see that fleet beacon go down for the Anian Pulse Crystals to increase their range. Make it even easier for Zest to deal with them. Nice hallucination scout. Probably the most important thing is trying to figure out if they're going for 2 Stargate or staying on 1 so they can adjust their production, or they can simply just change their tech. So I'm sure if SOS scouted 2 Stargate at this point, he'd probably just add a Twilight, go into Mass Blink Stalker from there. There's no way he's going to really catch up in numbers at this point.
These Phoenixes actually took a bit of damage. It's going to be 5v4.
Oh.
Once that 5th Phoenix gets here from Zest, let's see if he turns around and fights it. Ooh, nice little snipe there from SOS, but like you said, that 5th star, or not the 5th Stargate, the 2nd Stargate does get put down, and SOS needs this scout. I think he should be able to get it here. Yeah,
it looks like he will get it. He's definitely going to see the 2nd Stargate as well and be like, aha, this is what's happening. Let's see his response. What will his plan be? He's actually going to add a 2nd one of his own, but he's so far behind already. Does he really think he can come back into this?
That's the scary part. It's basically choosing to play from behind by doing this instead of trying to mix it up. Let's see. Let's see. There is a lot of room in between these guys. This is a 2-player map, but a very long map, Vaani Research Station. Maybe he'll just choose to go head-to-head. Maybe he feels like, oh, that couldn't have been up so far ahead. But I think he'd be wrong. He's going to be behind a pretty significant amount of Phoenixes if these guys go head-to-head.
2 to 3 at least, for sure. I guess he's banking on, the ability to defend with the Mothership Core. Photon Overcharge is going to try and zone them out while he catches up in numbers. But if if both players are just making 2 at a time from this point onwards, Zest is always going to be ahead, no matter what. And there we go. Fleet Beacon for both as well. So we're going to see that big Phoenix War with Phoenix Range being part of it as well.
I love this, man. It's kind of like Meta versus Meta.
It is kind of. Absolutely, it's a lot of fun. It's all about positioning, and if you can catch your opponent's Phoenixes out in the map, if you can get behind them,
you can get so far ahead.
You can just kill them right then and there because there's no real escape. They move the same speed, and they move while they shoot. So it's not like if they have to shoot, they stop or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, I do like the decision to put down this third base a little bit ahead of Zest. He is also going for the scout with this probe. He wants to see when Zest's third base is coming up here. And as long as he can hold this is a great way to come back in the game. Not sure what the Guardian Shield is about. I really have no idea.
Not entirely sure what happened there. Well, you know what he did? He accidentally grouped it with his Phoenix and pressed G.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Graviton Beam plus Guardian Shield.
You know your Protoss hotkeys.
Yeah, man. You know, I like to dabble here and there.
Oh, man.
You know me.
Moonblade switching to Protoss? Yeah, I heard it during his Pro League cast. We got a third Stargate on the way here from SOS.
Smart choice at this point, I think. He has to make sure he can try and catch up or take a lead. They're only one Phoenix different at this point as well, mind you. One thing to look at, though, is the fact that Zest does have the range right now, so he can kind of zone out everything from SOS. Not taking full advantage of it just yet, though.
Yeah, I figured he would go for a lot more lifts there, but just choosing to play safe. I think he wants to go for a bit of a follow-up here with a lot of Zealots. He is also adding that third Stargate, albeit a little bit behind SOS's.
Yeah, just a little bit behind. Let's see if this can do some damage. These Zealots are going to try and deal with the third base. If he can kill them, he'll be in a very, very great position. Here we go. It's all going to come down to this Phoenix fight. And currently, it's 17 versus 18 in favor of Zest.
Zest has got to focus down that Nexus. Okay, there he goes.
No Guardian Shield with this Sentry either. And he's not going to commit to it. He's just playing very careful around this Photon Overcharge.
Yeah, very scared of that at this point. You know, it is very hard when you get this many Phoenixes. We have the numbers right in front of us, but they don't. They actually cannot know for sure how many Phoenixes SOS has at this point, or how many Zest has. So he just has to guess. He has to see in the actual game itself. Look at how many cannons are coming down from SOS.
Very smart. It's quite interesting that he's putting them in his main base, but I think he's kind of scouted the fact that Zest is going for essentially a two-base all-in. He just he's warping in non-stop. He has nothing at the natural there, nothing at the gold base. So essentially he knows. It's like Zest has to kill with this.
Oh my god.
Or at least kill the third base.
Look at this Oracle coming in the back. SOS not expecting this, and he's going to bring all these Phoenixes out of position. And now I think he may be able to focus on that Nexus.
Absolutely. And he's also got Guardian Shield in this Sentry if he needs it as well. So that's going to help out a lot. And they might engage in just a moment.
Looks like the Nexus is going to go down. SOS isn't going to fight it. At this point, he knows that Zest hasn't put down his own third base. He's got pylons at the natural third base and also one at the gold there on the right. So he's saying to himself, as long as I can defend, I'll be okay. But looking at supplies, they tell a different story.
And look at this, a soft contain with a few cannons as well. I like this. Considering SOS has nothing but Phoenix, how are you going to deal with cannons? You just can't. It's such an awkward position to be in. So SOS, he's going to get starved. And let's see if we're going to see Zest invest in a third base finally. Maybe even at the gold. I'd love to see that.
Yeah. Needs to clear out that pylon first. That will also give SOS the knowledge that Zest is finally going for that third base, but I think he can assume at this point. SOS just investing in more cannons of his own. He's saying, okay, I'll play on two base. I'm fine with that.
That's kind of interesting, you know, adding so many cannons to the main base like this. I think he must know at this point that, like, Zest has no intention of going off that ramp. He completely intends to contain while he takes the third base and make a bigger army. Look at the supply difference, by the way. 30 supply lead for Zest as well.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal at this point. SOS trying to go around with his Phoenixes, but there's a really nice pylon wall to give him a ton of vision. And even a probe over there was going to make another pylon out that gold.
Ah, there we go. Gold base is going to be the choice. And it's currently 33-30 in terms of Phoenix. Zest favored. No upgrades just yet.
I actually checked that for you. Like, there are actually no upgrades. With this many Phoenixes on the map from both players, they just choose to forego that.
I don't think it matters as much because they do extra damage to each other, so they're just doing so much damage as it is, they maybe just don't even need it. And it's probably so much like overshooting to each unit as well because they're so stacked up that we're going to see a lot of the same.
You got 33 Phoenix shots on one Phoenix.
Exactly. And here we go. It's going to start it up now. Who's got the advantage? It's hard to say.
Well, the numbers tell the story up there on the top left. Looks like Zest has got more. SOS, though, very confident to take this fight, but he's going to lose it.
Yep, he's going to lose it for sure. He's whittling away at this point, 10-19, and there's no escape.
No escape. GG. Zest will win the game.
Wow.
Nice little Phoenix Roar we had there. And he will bring KT to 2-0 now.
Very convincing win there.
Flash went around that little banner thing. Zest moves it out of his way.
He's that strong. He can just do whatever he wants. No one's going to stop him. It's fantastic work there.
Look at the GG girl getting involved. The coach is like, nah.
It's like, nah, sorry, dude. You do that after the show, man. We got to huddle in a pack now and cheer on Life as he prepares to face against Rogue in the next match. We could very well see a 3-0 from KT.
Oh, yeah.
And what a start that would be against a team like Jin Air.
That would be so huge for KT. I mean, they're down, what was it, 0-2 against Jin Air so far here in this season of Pro League. It's going to be a big win for them. Let's see if they can pull it off. ZVZ, a very volatile matchup.
Very volatile. We've seen Life have a bit of trouble recently, especially against cheesy all-ins and whatnot.
Yes.
Life's got to be very careful against someone like Rogue, who is known for his preparation.
Yeah. He's like the Pro League god, man. He's been doing so well for himself. He's currently in third place, tied for third place, but he's got such a great record at 9-2.
Yeah.
So he holds the top spot.
Yeah, he's the most successful Zerg, I think, in Pro League.
Yep. Hero and stats on top, and then you go Rogue, Maru, Biel, Lacira, Life.
Yeah.
Lacira, Life, and Biel, they do also have 9 wins, but they have more losses.
That's it. Yeah, Rogue has really been the one that's trying to carry for his team in these best of ones, which is pretty hard, I think, as a Zerg. If you're up against a well-prepared sort of other player from another race, like they can just snipe you out. Zerg can be pretty vulnerable, especially against all-ins and tricky builds like that. But Rogue is just too tough. Very smart player. Weak mentality when it comes to the best of series, but in these best of ones, he definitely shines the most.
That is for sure. Jin Air going to be banking on Rogue to have a great game against who a lot of people are calling the best Zerg in the world right now, which is Light. Although Biel, he's trying to get up there and challenge that title.
Yeah, it's hard to say at this point who's better because Biel has been having so much success as well, and Biel even beat Life in their last match in Star League, I believe it was. So
yeah, I think so.
They're definitely the top two. Let's not try and choose a winner right now. I think top 2 Zergs is safe enough.
Yeah.
And there it is, third game going to be coming up soon. It is going to be on the map, Expedition Lost.